Alright, what's up, guys? So, even though I'm doing a video where I'm talking about a hater that's doing videos about me in Spanish, I don't even know what bro is saying in the videos. I guess, like, I could have a friend of mine's translate it, or even, no, I think, no, actually, no, squash all that. I think YouTube, they do have that feature where you can, like, no, you press the C button on your keyboard and then it'll like do like an automatic translation for you, because I know TikTok does that and things. But anyways, but no, it's like he done uploaded way too many videos about me. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit down and watch all those videos. If anything's, I just know that the videos about me, it's what I've been seeing these past however many years videos have been getting made about me. I ain't gonna do the math, because it's pointless. I have to say, I'm at a point in time in my life where, and I know I hear this a lot more so with rap music, where a rapper, like especially a rapper from the hood, where they got one foot in the trenches and then one foot in the industry. And I would have to say, like, with me, I would say it's like a pinky toe when it comes to like having a foot in or just having something of minds in the hater community, and then focusing on bigger and better things in life. All my body is just like on one side, where I'm like, man, it feels good being on this side, versus paying attention to like haters and what haters are saying. In this video, if anything's like, there's a lot of things I want to talk on besides this hater, but I do want to give out advice to any young-minded content creator out there, where you're just now getting started or you're dealing with hate for the first time. Regardless, it's best to know of this stuff now versus dealing with it and then you don't know how to manage it, and then you think that you gotta quit your content creating career because of haters. The thing is this, and I just want to talk about like all my haters all together as a whole, because I've been in a lot of different beefs throughout my time being a content creator. And a lot of the people that I got into it with, like, they're not really doing nothing anymore. Like, I can think of all the way back in 2015 when I got into one of like my first few beefs. The guy, he's not doing videos no more. Hold on for a second. I gotta take my watch off, because I don't know why it'll send me notifications and stuff where I'm all like, fam, I don't care about that. Like, please stop. Like, Instagram, stop notifying me of stuff that I don't care about. All right, but anyways, but no, overall, first guy I remember getting into it with, he ain't really doing nothing anymore. If he is, he has to probably be going by a different name, or at least he's changed up his ways to where he's not getting into it with people, because even with that situation, I just remember it being, it was overall a miscommunication, but at the same time, though, it was a situation where it was like, fam, you out here starting trouble with people for no reason, talking on the guy. And I'm like, there's no reason to be carrying on like that. It's like, as a content creator, because during that time, 2015, I feel like that's when content creating has started transitioning to where everybody can get involved on this platform, and they have like just their own thing going on. People ain't just coming here for the bigger YouTubers, like they come in here for the smaller YouTubers too. But anyways, but yeah, he ain't really doing nothing no more. Fast forward a few months later, I get into it with this racist content creator. Some of you guys may know of him, Minnesota Boy. I did see where he posted a video not too long ago, but it doesn't have that same effect that his videos had back in 2015. Fast forward, I got into it with a community and a lot of the guys that were making videos about me, and it was that Thomas the Tank Engine. So for those that have been subscribed to me for a long period of time, but yeah, I got into it with a bunch of adults that's not like behind the cartoon, but it was like a bunch of like adult fans of that cartoon show. And I guess to explain that a little bit, there was a individual from that community that I did have issues with, and it was actually, he came from the first guy that I ever got into it with, like when it came to like beefing with YouTube on YouTube and stuff. But anyways, I remember I was just doing a video to upset him, but it ended up upsetting a whole community in the process. And but yeah, even with those guys, they're not really doing nothing, Then fast forward, well, because no, I think that did take place in 2016. And then so like this other drama, and I had to say this was like the last bit of drama that I had got into. And it was, yeah, all the way back in 2016, but it was like it just kept going on and on and on for years. Like, I mean, these guys, like, the audience was like growing as the beef was going on from the other side. So yeah, it was like it just was dragging on and on and on. But anyways, a lot of the people that were making videos about me, they're not really doing nothing now. You know, and I had to say it was probably the ringleader of the whole situation where he's somewhat doing stuff. Like he's somewhat active when it comes to content creating. But even with him, I feel like even with him, his days are numbered. You know, because that's something that I feel that a lot of people need to understand about content creating, karma. Like there's a lot of, you know, just stuff that goes on with this business. But overall though, but with content creating, it's like you can't do negative videos and then think that you're going to have a successful career out of it. If you think you're going to be winning awards and doing all this, I'm saying, like, do you see Kai Cenat doing videos where he's hating on people? No. Do you see PewDiePie doing videos where he's hating on people? No. Do you see Mr. Beast doing videos where he's hating on people? Ninja, I'm trying to think of some other people. You don't see any of that because it leads nowhere. Where my thing is this. Let's transition back to hip-hop music. What usually happens to rappers when they start beefing with other rappers, especially if it's like hood rappers? They known for, you know, shooting and doing drills and doing all this other stuff and whatnot. But anyways, what usually happens to those rappers? They don't live the sad reality of a young rapper's career, especially when they start getting into it with a bunch of different people within the rap community, is that they don't usually live to see 30. They don't live to see 40. They don't live to see any age that they should be living to see. I start thinking of that. I start putting myself in them shoes. I'm not trying to have it where I'm 50, 60, 70 years old still going off about some stuff on the internet. When I look at two different sides of the internet, I look at the positives and I look at the negatives. When I see the negatives, nobody usually make it in the negatives. You can look at any content creator, even bigger than myself, bigger than the people that I got into it with, where they are on a much more bigger platform. When it comes to like social media followings and all that stuff, they don't usually last that long. So my thing is this, even talking to the Hispanic hater that's doing all these different videos about me in Spanish, it's like, how far do you think them videos is gonna get you? Do you think you're gonna get to 1 billion subscribers? I mean, if that's your choice or if that's what you want to do, you ain't gonna make it by talking about me. Like that's something that I feel like a lot of people, I feel like that's why a lot of the times, like, my hate videos done transition from hate videos to hate comments. Like they overall, it's like, because you gotta think about it. Right, especially right now when it's like, okay, people ain't really looking for no hate videos about me unless they done discovered me, and then they're all like, hey, I wonder, you know, like, let me go back and see some of his older videos, and then they stumble upon it. But it's like, do you think that person that just got off of a long day of work, you know, they done had a stressful day, they've been through everything possible, got stressful bosses, employees, all that stuff. Do you think if there's a toss-up between having a good night or just overall adding more stress to your life, sitting down, watching a hate video about me, what do you think that average person is gonna do? See, that's the stuff I feel like a lot of the times, like, haters don't sit down and they don't think about that. You already got a stressful life and you're adding more stress to it, worried about what TMossBoss is doing. That, to me, I'm like, and that's something that I seen years ago where it's like, I don't get that. Like, how do you have that much hate in your heart over me doing reaction videos or me having opinions about adults watching cartoons, especially like kid cartoons? I'm trying to think of some other stuff that I ain't got into it. Or even with Minnesota Boy, it's like you're upset at me because I decide to not be racist. You know, it's like, it's stuff like that where, and it's crazy because all the beefs that I've been into, I had to say all of them besides one, most of the time, everybody in like the said beefs, they're all adults. And I'm like, fam, and a lot of them were older than me. Like because 2015, you know, like I was still kind of, I was pretty much an adult in 2015 and stuff. But anyways, but no, it was like just overall, like, seeing all these like older people, like even with Minnesota Boy, because I was like, I don't know how old Minnesota Boy is, but I know that he's older than me. But just seeing him in that state where it's like, fam, you know, you're at an older age, but you're still young. But it's like you have your whole life ahead of you. You could be doing any things that you want with your life that's going to benefit it. Whether you're getting into businesses, whether you're getting into, you know, exploring more of your content creativeness and things, like you got a lot going on for yourself. But you would rather spend your early hour mornings doing a live stream telling your fans to hate on my videos. And look where that led him. He had to, the thing is this, I don't know if he still can upload on his original channel, but he had to create a whole new channel. And that channel don't have nowhere as near the same amount of subscribers as he had on his old channel. I think even I remember when he started doing those hate videos, didn't he have, because I wasn't subscribed to him. Like, I only had knew of him after he did that racist video. But anyways, but no, overall though, it's like I think he had like 70, 80,000 subscribers. Like, fam was doing good for himself, you know, and he threw that all away because he wanted to be hateful. And now look at him, where it's all like, I don't even think he even got 1,000 subscribers on his new channel. So it's like, when I see stuff like that, and then when I sit down and I think of the content that I'm doing, where it's like, okay, let's say I'm doing a body cam reaction video, and I'm trying to tell like the youngins out there, where it's all like, hey, don't go out there and do no crazy stuff. Don't drink, don't drive, don't be smoking, don't be doing drugs, don't be doing any of that. It's like, the thing is this, you're at an age where, yes, you are going to be exploring, but it's like, don't go down that route of exploring. Honestly though, sit down and think about that. I just told a bunch of kids to better their lives as they get older. Meanwhile, there's content creators either older than me or the same age as me, where you're telling kids to go hate on another person. Like, honestly though, who do you think is gonna last longer between them two creators? Who do you think is gonna last longer? The one that's telling his audience to go hate on another audience or another creator, or the content creator that's telling his audience like, hey, better your lives, do good things, you know, get into sports, whatever it is. But it's like, keep your mind busy. Even if I haven't said that before, I'm saying it now, where it's all like, just talking to my audience. Keep your mind busy, but in a positive way, in a way where it's going to bring happiness to you, you know. But it's like, I've never heard any of my the people that I've gotten into it with, I've never heard them say any stuff like that. You know, it's like, I feel like that they can't even say stuff like that because they got their own problems that they're worried about. Me, and it's like, the thing is this, yes, I might have my own problems that I'm worried about, but at the same time, if I am going to be an entertainer on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch, on whatever platform, I'm gonna bring laugh. I'm gonna bring, like, have it where it's like people can watch my videos and they feel good at the end of the day, not feel upset, or they feel like they need to take their anger out on stuff they doesn't even need. And that's usually a lot of the people that do hate on other individuals, just talking on just all haters in general. They usually got some stuff going on within themselves where it's like they don't know how to handle it. So they think by taking their anger out on somebody else, that's the best possible way of handling it. And it's like, no, it's not. You know, like, because if anything, it's like, yeah, the individual that's, you know, having to take the wrath of your hate and anger and all that stuff, they're gonna just be looking at you confused, like you a crazy person, like, what have I done to you? You know, and that has been the question every single like time when I get into it with people, where it's all like, okay, even with the last situation where it's like, okay, you're mad at the fact that I'm doing reaction videos. You're upset about that. You're upset at the fact that I would rather sit down, take the time to defend people that's doing reaction videos than to join in on the hate. What reason do I have to hate on reaction videos? Especially, even if it was a situation where I wasn't even doing reaction videos, what reason would I have to hate on reaction videos when there's all this other different content out there that exists where I'm like, fam, if I'm not involved in that content, I'm not going to care for that content, but I'm not going to care for it in a negative way where I got to talk bad about it. No, I'm just not going to put myself in that environment where I have to watch that content. But it's like, it's common sense like that, where it's like they don't understand. Well, they do understand it, but they still would rather sit around and be hateful and angry and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, fam, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I wish I would have been saying some stuff like that back then, but I'm like, yeah, I was a little young-minded when it came to the content creating stuff, and I have to say, like, I definitely had like a little rebellious attitude and stuff. I still kind of do in a way, but I have to say that when it comes to content creating and just having a mindset going into content creating, I'm a little bit more disciplined when it comes to that, because I'm like, I'm not trying to have a moment where I crash out and I start doing some old wild and outlandish stuff because of some haters. No, it's like, if my thing is this, if I'm gonna crash out, it's gonna be a comedy skit and it's gonna be something that people can laugh about, but I'm not gonna have a moment where I snap and go crazy because the hate is getting to me and stuff. That will never be the reason. And I think at one point in time people were trying to do that. I mean, you hate on a person. No. The thing is this. You wake up and go to sleep every single day for 4 years straight, and you make sure of it. If you see me upload one video, 2 videos, 10 videos, 100 videos, whatever the situation is, but you dislike each and every single video, fam. You honestly have to sit down and think about that. It's crazy that throughout that 4 years of when like the hate and the drama was really going crazy, and I'm that for those that are new to my channel, like, yes, that was an actual thing at one point in time. People were just hating on my videos nonstop, disliking any video that I uploaded, and it just got to a point where I'm all like, like, you guys got all this like hatred and hostility. And I even remember I was all like, okay, if what I'm doing it, and this was at the point in time when it was just about reaction videos, and I was telling people, I'm like, okay, if reaction videos are against the law, because they were saying that, I was like, if reaction videos are against the law, if I'm stealing, if I'm doing all this other extra stuff, contact YouTube, start a petition, do whatever it is that you need to do to take me off of YouTube. But my thing is this. At that time period, I was all like, come to the end of the year, if I'm still here and I'm still doing reaction videos, and then YouTube ain't said nothing or did nothing to me over doing reaction videos, leave me alone. And yeah, that year ended. They still kept on going, but at that point they was like, okay, well, we can't hate on him for reaction videos, so let's just start making up some lies and rumors and all this other stuff about him. And it's like, fam, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But yeah, it gets to a point where it's like, you guys are getting older. And it's like, I can't necessarily say like at your age, because it's like mentally, it's like, yeah, you might be like 10, 11 years old or something. Physically, yeah, you 20, 30. And that was the crazy thing about it. It's like, I still even remember when I got into it with the Thomas the Tank Engine fan base. I seen dudes in there almost 30 years old mad at me because I said it's weird for them to be portraying as a cartoon character, where it's like, fam, this is a show for, maybe they didn't have kids, and so yeah, I guess, if you don't have kids, then you won't understand. But it's like, okay, put yourself in that mindset where you do have kids. How would that make you feel if you see your kid talking to an adult online and they portraying to be a cartoon character? They might not be doing it with the wrong intentions. I can't trust that, all right? There is a lot of people on the internet that you can't trust, and I don't want my kid in that type of environment. So maybe I should have said that back then, but yeah, again, I was very rebellious. So yeah, when it came down to people making hate videos or leaving hate comments, whatever the situation was, of course I was going to talk about that, and that's something that I think a lot of people should overall show, that I'm not going to say like not scared of the haters, but it's like, let them know like, hey, I can stand my ground too. It's like, I can stand on what today's, terminology, stand on business and stuff, but yeah, it's just something where I'm all like, yeah, I never really had looked at, because I know every time when I would come out and talk about like something hate related, they always be all like, oh, you need to stop talking about it. I'm like, well, then stop coming to my channel. That to me, it just doesn't even make any sense. You guys make videos about a person, you comment on them, you make tweets and all these other different social media posts about them. They say one thing or tell you like, hey, leave me alone, like go somewhere. You're like, well, stop talking about it. Stop talking. I'm like, fam, you guys done made 100 million tweets, 100 million videos. You guys done did all these other different things. As soon as I just made one little video just saying, hey, go on about your business. Oh, no, we got to turn it into an argument. We got to turn it into this. And yeah, that's why I'm all like, I definitely see it where a lot of the people that has made hate videos about me, they're, young-minded, of course. If not young-minded, mindless, they ain't got no mind up there to begin with. And so, yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm all like, I definitely see it, like, even going back to what I said, I'm like, I don't see a lot of these guys lasting, and, and it's something that I've proven numerous times, where it's like, with the, last situation I got into it with, I remember the one guy, he was like I guess the second in command in the whole situation, but no, I just remember it was him and a bunch of other people was going around spreading this rumor saying that I made fun of his dead mom. And that's something that, any and everybody that knows me knows that I don't carry on like that. It's like, yeah, there might be situations where I might be frustrated with a person. I might be slightly upset, but I've never gotten myself to that point where I had to talk about somebody's dead relative unless I didn't know. Like, and I'd have to say that's probably as far as I went with even mentioning his mom, was saying that he was was in the backseat of her car yelling about some videos that I made, you know. So I was all like, that was like the only reference that I ever made to his mom, but they made it seem like that, oh, I went to her grave and was pointing and laughing and stuff. And I'm like, fam, what are you guys even talking about? But even with him, it's all like, I just remember it wasn't even too long ago where he came to my channel and he just, yeah, he left a comment, was all like, oh, I would like to apologize for all that. And my thing is this, okay? If you so-called claim that I did one of the worst things that can possibly be done to a individual, making fun of their dead relative, if you so-called claim that I did that, why even come? Because my thing is this, if I got into it with somebody, things were said, you know, shots were fired, all this stuff, I'm like, hey, look, they go their way, I go my way, I'm not apologizing for nothing, I ain't saying, I ain't doing absolutely nothing with that, and especially if they had said and did some stuff like that to me, where it's like, if, let's say, if I'm in his shoes, yeah, I wouldn't, I'm like, no, you definitely, I'm like, I'll apologize to any and everybody else, but I am not apologizing to this individual, because I'm like, no, you crossed the line that shouldn't have been crossed in the first place, if I had so-called crossed that line, which I never did. So why even leave an apology in the first place if I so-called crossed this line? And so that's even more so a reason why I know that a lot of, especially, yeah, with that last beef, I was like, there was a lot of lies and rumors that were coming from that whole just side of the internet. And but I just see where, and that's what I wanted to talk on, is karma. I've seen a lot of karma happen to these guys, because that guy that I was just talking about, the one that said that I had made fun of his dead mom, I'm like, he dealt with some stuff. I think they was like, yeah, he got caught up talking to I think I can't remember the exact age, but he did get caught up talking to an underage boy, and he ended up getting canceled for that. There were just other ones in the mixture of it where it's all like, I hadn't seen them upload videos. And yeah, there was actually one guy where I went to his channel and he was just listing off all these different things that he was going through. And I'm like, man, you know, that's unfortunate. That's messed up, you know. But I'm thinking to myself, like, that's that karma. You know, you might not look at it as karma. You might just look at it as like, oh, life is just life and things. But I'm like, no, you go and put somebody through some crazy stuff and they ain't did nothing to you. Because a lot of people in that whole area, I mean, if not just that area, all of the like beefs that I've ever been in and stuff, a lot of them, if like probably like a good 98-99% of them, they can't say that I've done something to them personally. But even that individual where it's like, hadn't seen them upload it in a while, other people hadn't seen them upload it in a while, you know. And then the ringleader of that, like the last bit of drama that I got into, it's like even he's going through his crap. They was all like saying that he got caught up talking to underage girls. What are some other things? Yeah, it's all like, and even just like seeing some stuff about him where it's all like, he done went through, besides that, but it's all like he done been through some stuff. So yeah, it's just something where I'm all like, that's overall, like, that's karma. I'm like, if you guys don't know what karma is, that's karma. You do something to somebody, they ain't did nothing to you. They gave you numerous signs, warnings, all this other stuff telling you like, hey, go on about your business. Let me be. Leave me alone. You still keep going on and on and on about some video stuff. Videos. At the end of the day, this was all about videos, bruh. And yeah, I know people gonna probably be all like, oh, well, videos, they can have like a strong effect on somebody. I'm like, well, if that is the case, you don't need to be involved in the internet, because there is going to be a lot of things on the internet that's going to offend you. And there's even been times where I've been offended by stuff, like whether it's a traumatic, like, or just overall like a straight up crazy video. What are some other things? Tweets, Instagram, TikTok, like whatever the situation is. I'm like, fam, there's a lot of things that upset me, but you don't see me going out my way trying to harass the with like, all right, so yeah, let's say it's a video game for an example. They got some stuff in there that I don't like. Do you see me going after the well, no, maybe video games are a bad example, because, well, I guess with video games, because I'm spending money on that, so I have to say, I guess, like, if money was spent on it, I'm like, maybe you have a reason to be upset. But even then, it's all like, I mean, yeah, there's video games I hadn't played in years where it's all like, you know, it's like I didn't really care or like those video games, but you don't see me sitting around around talking about them every single day for years upon years upon years, and it's all like, yeah, it's like I just don't even fool with those games. And so, but I have to say though, it wouldn't get to a point where I feel like somebody's life is being threatened, because that's something where I'm all like, fam, I don't know how many times I had somebody with just these videos, like any videos that you've seen me, if however long you've been subscribed to me, because all the videos that you guys see me upload now, these have been the videos I've been uploading ever since I started getting into content creating. So gaming videos, reaction videos, videos like this of me just sitting around talking and stuff, voiceover stuff, comedy skits, whatever the thing is, you know, these are videos I've been uploading for years, and these are the same videos that have upset people and put them in a state of mind where they feel that they need to threaten my life. So I can say that that's the one thing that I can't relate to with my haters, is that I've never felt that I needed to threaten somebody's life, because like, even like, yeah, let's say it's like some of the worst video games I ever played, using video games as an example, where I'm all like, NBA 2K, I've never felt that I need to threaten any of the developers. If anything, I say that they need to get fired. They don't need to be involved in the gaming industry no more. But I ain't gonna be all like, oh, I'm gonna end their life because they've made me upset with a video game. You know, and yeah, it's just something where I'm all like, yeah, it's just, it's pointless to carry on like that overall, the point that I'm trying to make. But yeah, it's like with haters though, you know, that's the one thing about it. And it's like, getting back to giving you guys advice, like you can say some of the most smartest stuff to a hater, like literally the highest IQ, it's like stuff that will be taught to people, you know, you can say these different things to your haters. None of it's gonna matter. No, they are not gonna care. None of it's gonna matter. They are still going to find a reason to hate on you. The crazy thing about it is, like, you can take a break from content creating, be like, oh, I'm not gonna upload for like 3-4 months or something. They'll still find a reason to hate on that. You know, it's all like, you post, yeah, let's say you post a video about like, hey guys, I'm gonna be taking a break for like 3-4 months, and let's say you want to go on some like journey or something. You're all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to overseas, and you know, or go like somewhere and help people in something. They're like, oh, look at him going around helping people, trying to be all nice. Like, nah, let's hate on that. And it's like, why are those words? You know, it's just, it's weird, man. But anyways, yeah, it's just something where I'm all like, it's still to this day, I cannot wrap my head around the idea of hating on somebody, and it's like they ain't did nothing to you. Like, even the ones where me and them have went back and forth, like ones where I can say like, yes, I've beefed with that person, like I got issues with that person still. What have I done to you? You know, it's all like, I can sit down, because it's like, with every single beef that I've been into, like the first one, I remember it was over a different YouTuber. This person was all throughout their comment sections trying to promote themselves and promote their videos. All I just said was like, fam, chill on that. Like, nobody don't click on a person's channel to watch your videos. Like, promote your content somewhere else. He got mad at me over that, and I'm thinking to myself like, all right, weird. Fast forward, got into it with Minnesota Boy. I'm like, you're mad at me because I don't want to be racist. Like, look at what's happening to you right now. You done lost almost half your subscribers and your channel. You done been hacked. What are some other things you done been through? Yeah, you done went through some crap because you done did some racist videos and stuff. Why would I want to put myself through that? That don't even make any sense. Fast forward, get into it with the Thomas the Tank Engine community. I'm like, it's a bunch of 20-something, 30-something-year-old men pretending to be some trains that's meant for kids on the internet, and I'm supposed to be, I guess, approving of that. No, the crazy thing is, it's like, I ain't even got kids, but I can see that something's wrong with that. You know, so it's like, that's just my question to any parent out there. Would you want your kid to be talking to some adult portraying to be a cartoon character? Because if so, you might as well just give your kids away. I'm saying though, that like, you're pretty much putting them in front of that creepy big old giant white van with the guy talking about, oh, I got candy in the bag. You might as well just hand them off to the guy. I'm like, yeah, first few people, I'm like, yeah, they might be calm, cool, collected, ain't trying to do no weird stuff to your kid. Then eventually it's gonna be that one situation where your kid goes off, they saying they going off somewhere, next thing you know, 2-3 weeks done pass by and they still haven't found your kid. All right, I'm saying, like, I know people gonna be like, that's a little dark to say, but I'm like, fam, that is the internet, you know, like, that's the stuff that people should be worried about, not worried about some random YouTuber in Seattle, Washington making reaction videos. But anyways, but what situation? Oh, and then yeah, with the last situation, I'm like, it was over reaction videos. I'm saying it's like, come on now. It's like even YouTube be out there promoting reaction videos. So I had to say that's one of the main reasons why I had to like all the drama. Like, yeah, there's still like some, people lingering around trying to, continue on crap. But it's like, fam, it's over with. Let it go. Like, honestly, man, just let that stuff go. But anyways, yeah, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later though. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to my fans, shout out to my supporters, any and everybody that's been rocking with me, all for however long you've been rocking with me. I don't care if you just subscribed to me a few seconds ago. But anyways, thank you guys. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.